has been RSI not necessarily working, because they'll go, oh, it's a minus 30 RSI. Well, no, it's not. It's because you're looking at it over 1 month. Over 3 months, that's going to change completely. So I'll use Zoom as an example here because it's been more trending up. Zoom, 1 month RSI is a 70. 3 month RSI, 6 month, it's below 70. Max, it's at 60. I bet if I go 1 day, what are we going to look at? Yeah, 50. So see, that if this needs to be understood to be a swing trader, is that RSI is 14 periods at 2 standard deviations. So when you look at a chart, if it's a minute by minute chart, it's going to be microsecond by microsecond. And then you're doing the RSI based on that time schedule. If you look at an S&P over 6 months, yeah, all the noise is going to be taken out of it because of the distance that you're looking over. So my groove is very simple. 3 month RSI under 50, probably a decent buy. Under 30, go all in. If it gets above 50, start looking at an exit point. If it gets to 70, sell it. I don't care what it is. But that's on 3 months. If you look at it on a day, you're going to buy at the wrong time. Okay, I think I drove that home. MACD, these are called MACD histograms. This is the moving average convergence and divergence. I'm going to have to do a good video on that in the future, but what you need to know about MACD is that the shorter time period, so I have 50 and 30 here. The purple one is going to be 30, so that's a shorter time period. When it crosses over and is above and trading above the longer time period, so think about it. If a stock most recently has been moving up, but is still below its normal price on average, the shorter time period is going to be more indicative of what might happen next. The longer time period is the long-term trend, and if it's long-term trend, is going to be more wavy, right? This is going to be more compressed. We got a whole bunch of lines here, and we got one of these here. Okay, going back to the iPad, why you ought to use one, or in my case, when I'm looking at a chart and I'm trying to decide if this stock is still something I'm interested in, with the iPad, it'll actually turn, but if I screenshot it, click on it, and then turn it upside down, that's a stock I'd want to sell. I'm sorry, it's upside down. That's a stock I'd want to buy. All right. Well, it might be a stock I want to sell here. I said that backwards. I'm not going back and doing another damn video. Everything's in reverse on my camera, so just deal with that. But you can flip it around. You can move the chart. Turning the chart upside down is a great way to reverse your psychology and still realize whether or not your convictions are truthful and proven. Pretty cool. Okay, going back. I don't know why. Save the photos. Yeah, sure. Okay, going back. Here we are. Another great thing that you can do on here is, let's say I'm going to go to Tesla now. See how quickly I jumped back? I'm going to click Tesla. All right, we're going to get out of this chart first, and Tesla will be behind it. When I'm on here, if I want to compare another stock, I have that option. It's not going to show up on the screen because they're all very light, but I can throw a stock back up on this chart right here on Tesla, and let's say that I used Ford, for example, or another EV stock, or maybe another clean energy ETF, and I wanted to see if my candlesticks were trading above or below it. That's what I would do. So there's a compare feature on here as well. You can look at the summary of the company. You can look at earnings histories and dates. They're all right here. There's a discussion. I don't listen to what anybody says ever, so I don't click on discussion. Financials. Did you know that Tesla's total revenues were 10.39 billion last year? Well, I just did, and I just told you that in less than 2 seconds looking on my screen. If I want to look at Apple, I would do the same thing. I would just hit Apple that's on my side here. I would go to financials. Total revenues of Apple is 89.58 billion. So, and this is the quarterlies that I'm looking at right now. So anyway, there's a lot more that you can do very quickly. I'm going to go to down here to commodities. This is where I'm getting the price of oil from. The second one down is crude oil, August 21s. That's how we quote the price of oil. That's West Texas crude. The one above it says Brent crude. That's European crude in most cases. So West Texas, second one down. I can look at it. I can look at the price of oil. I can overlay an oil company on top of it. I can find correlations. I can look at grains, I can look at softs, I can look at indices, I can look at bonds, I can look at the Swiss franc and currencies. The other one that I like to do is crypto. So any second, what I do when I wake up at 2 and 4 in the morning, I wake up, I roll over, I click this, I go back to bed. It's that easy. I'm pretty much doing it in my sleep now. So that's the Stockmaster app. There's a lot more to it. Maybe I'll do a second video on this. I did get interrupted midway through by a barrage of text messages that popped up on the screen. So if this is edited poorly, my bad. I just gave you a wealth of information. Show me some love. This alone should make everybody several $1,000s, no matter what dollar value you trade. And if you're trading in the millions, it's probably made you 10 or 20,000 just because I've taught you that. That's how valuable this information is. And I just think it's great to be able to show you guys, to not have to spend the 12 years of every trading mistake in the world that I did. So anyway, Chase Ever Bullish. These shirts are for sale on the website. If anybody wants to rep an EV with the Tesla logo inside of it and a knockoff of Louis Vuitton, they're available. I'm trying to get rid of them because I have some new shirts that are coming out that are pretty cool. AFG, LFG, LGR, no promo. Go out and have a good July 4th. All right, let's get rich.